Hey guys, how are you today? This is Grace of GB Maltese, and I hope that you are doing finer than frog's hair. And if you've been feeling like I have for the last couple of weeks, it's time we start feeling better than frog's hair. I'm going to tell you. I know several of you have not been feeling well. I don't know. Some of it's due to the weather, some is due to being ill from other things. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what mine was from. I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't feel like getting out of the house, if you know what I mean. But my first thing I want to say is that I went to my daughter's and I had a wonderful time with her and her boyfriend. They were so sweet and kind, and we had a really good time. Ate too much, but hey, isn't that what the holidays are for? Then I went home. We were there for Christmas weekend. We went home, and then I heard from Isaac. And those of you who haven't followed me long, Isaac is a young man that I taught school, and I taught ESL for many years, for part of that time. And I met Isaac there. He was from Honduras, and I taught him English. Well, he is now my adopted grandson. He lost his mom. It's been almost 4 years. Oh, bless him. It's been a rough time for him, and I just love him to pieces. He is the sweetest young man in the world. He is in the Marines. Those of you who have been following me know all about it. Anyway, he and his girlfriend came to visit me and my husband, and they stayed for about a week and a half, and they were spending the night, and they would go and do things during the day. I stayed in. Some days it was just nasty out, and some days it was hot. I mean, it was hot here at Christmas. It was, I think, 80? It was hot. So it didn't feel much like Christmas temps here. But they were here, and they stayed, like I said, about a week and a half. And while they were here, they went different places. He has cousins, and he has his sister here, and others he wanted to go visit. So that first week, everything was great. Then it was New Year's Eve, and he went with some family members, and they celebrated, and then we kind of spent the weekend together. Monday, I can't even speak today. Monday they went to San Antonio, which is about probably close to a 4-hour drive from my house. And he had taken his sister and his girlfriend, and they went to look at some caves there. A cave that's there. We told him about it, and I used to love going there. They asked me to go, but I'm like, no, I'm good. They were going to leave at 4 in the morning. No, I'm good. I'm staying in bed. Sorry. Well, that night, Isaac started feeling bad. He started feeling achy, and he put his mask on in the house because he was afraid he might have COVID. He's had it once before, like a year ago, and he has been vaccinated. I've been vaccinated and have been boosted, and his girl had been vaccinated also, and she's also had it before. Well, that night, Monday night, his fever got up to 102, 103. I checked it that morning. It was 100.4, and I gave him Advil. He laid back down, and he started feeling better. That was Tuesday morning. And so I said, you really need to stay in and rest. Well, young ones, they're full of energy. I guess sick or not, they're full of energy. But he was feeling better, so they went off, and they came back in that night. It's probably around 7, 8. I can't remember. I don't remember for sure. But he came in, and he was starting to ache again. I said, okay, you need to take some more Advil. You need to get in bed pretty soon. So they were leaving on Wednesday. When he woke up Wednesday morning, he felt awful. I said, you can't drive like that. So he had planned on leaving 4 that morning because he's having to go all the way back to California. And that's his girlfriend lives there also. So he took some more Advil. He went and laid down and slept a little longer. When he got up, he was feeling better. So he said, we're going to go ahead and go on. I said, well, you be careful and you let me know, if you need anything. And they made it to El Paso. El Paso is a heck of a... In fact, when you get to El Paso, you're over halfway to San Diego. It's like from here, 800-something miles to El Paso. And then to get to San Diego, or Ocean City, where they were going, Oceanside, Oceanside, it's 700-something miles. So Texas is just too darn big. That night in El Paso, he wasn't feeling very good. He took some more Advil. Then when he got back to California, the next day, he had to report to his doctor at the Marine base, and they gave him a COVID test. Well, he wasn't getting results for 2 to 4 days. But in the meantime, his girlfriend started feeling ill, so she went and got tested somewhere else, and she got her results that day, and she was positive. Isaac finally got his test results back on that Monday, and he was positive. Well, at this point in time, I was feeling a bit achy. My throat was kind of sore. I was losing my voice off and on all the time. That's the reason I couldn't make any videos. I was croaking like a frog. I could have croaked. I hope you're doing finer than frogs there at that point. So, I just stayed in. I never did run fever, but I was so tired, and I was kind of achy and coughing a bit. So, I don't know whether I had it or not, had COVID or not, or some other kind of illness. I don't know. But my sister swears to me. She said, I know you had it. I'm like, okay. But it wasn't bad enough. I needed to really go to the doctor or have to go to the hospital. So I guess maybe those vaccines did help because I didn't have to go to the doctor or anything. Just tired. Didn't feel like doing much of anything. So I felt lucky in that. But it just, it just hung on for quite some time. And my ribs still are kind of aching from the coughing. But mine will do that even if it's just coughing a lot when I have allergy or asthma problems. So, like I said, it could have been one or a dozen things. But I am feeling so much better. And thank you to those of you who wrote to me and asked how I was doing and commented on my last video and went to my community page and told me that you were glad I was feeling better. That just makes me feel so special and loved. And I do love you guys. And I know some of you have had the virus, and it's no fun. Just hang in there and rest. Just rest as much as you can and stay in. And I hope that you are feeling, those of you who've been feeling sick are feeling better. And if you're not feeling well right now, I hope you feel better really soon. Now, if you had watched my last video, you saw me show these fabulous bendy tips from Everlasting Tips. I even have them in the placers. And as you can see, I am placing away. They have them in a 3, 4, 5, and 6 placer. And they're so easy to use that I don't mind doing the multi-placing like I was doing. Because I don't have to, you have to excuse me, I've got the drainage, maybe I need to call a plumber. But I'm finding this much easier to use. Now, yes, they are more expensive than other tips because they are made of stainless steel. They are not going to bend. They're going to last you forever. And also, if you didn't watch that video, from now until March 1st, 2022, if you use the code GRACE15, you can save 15% on everything in her shop. Also, if you spend $80 Australian, which is about $60 US, you will get free shipping. Because they are coming from Australia. Her husband makes these. They do not send out somewhere to have it done. All of this is done by them. So, supporting small businesses and people who are doing the work themselves. I like to do that. So, enough about that. I'm thinking about trying another hobby. Yeah, just what I need, another hobby, right? Well, you know how it is. I think we need to keep stretching our minds a little bit. They say it helps with your memory and other things. So I have been thinking about playing around with polymer clay. Do any of you out there do polymer clay? And do you have any tips for me? I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos because basically I would like to at some point maybe even make diamond painting pens. This one's made from polymer clay. Isn't it gorgeous? I love this. I got this from Artsy Twin Studio. I think it's the name of it. I'll have to put a link below. And she makes mermaid pens. Here's one. So I have a lot of Swarovski crystals that I could add to these. And I thought it might be kind of fun to come up with different designs. And I've always thought fairy houses were the coolest things. And I saw some people making fairy houses. And I thought, oh. And they were just using jars. And I got this little tip from my daughter. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it or not. My dog, my oldest, my 13-year-old dog, is a Yorkshire Terrier, and she has to take heart medication. She does not like to take one of the pills. She won't take it. And I don't want to cram it down her throat. Well, her dog, her little baby's no longer alive. She died last July 4th. She was over 15 years old. Anyway, she was able to get her to take medicine by putting it in baby food. So what she does is and what I do is put it in the refrigerator, and then I dip my finger into the jar and get a glob on my finger, and I stick the pill in there, and she licks it right off my finger. Oh, she's so excited when it's time to take her medicine. I mean, so you ready for your medicine? Oh, she's jumping up and down. She's ready. So that, cats are the same way. They will take it out of the baby food, and it's an excellent idea. But I was thinking I could use those jars as the base for some little fairy houses. What do you guys think? I was thinking if I'm any good at it, maybe that could be something I do for a giveaway or something. Would that be something you'd be interested in? I just thought that it was kind of a neat little idea. It sounds fun to me. I don't know. I might make the biggest mess out of it, but, you don't know until you try. Right? Right. And then I can get all gooey and stuff, but it still has to do with my diamond painting. Because like I said, I would love to make some pins and make some beauties like this. So I'm going to have to do some work to figure all this out. This almost looks like it's got patches of gold foil, gold leaf or something. Is that what it looks like to you guys? Like it was put on there and then I haven't really looked at it that close. And then, I don't know. I might make the biggest mess. Mine might look like a, a big old mud pie. Anybody want a mud pie? Um, Diamond painting pen? But it is, I just thought it was kind of neat. And so I'm going to give it a little whirl. Be watching for that to come up if you want to see that. Actually, Arteza, which is they've contacted me before, and I have shown some of their pencils and markers, and they worked really well. And they've contacted me probably 4 times since before Christmas, and I saw that they had a polymer clay set, and I thought, well, maybe, it was inexpensive, so I thought, well, that could be something I could try. If they want to just send it to me, and I was going to purchase it without that even, because it's not that expensive for 42 small blocks of clay, just to see if I even like it. I might get a hold of it and make the biggest mess out of it, or I might get a hold of it and, hey, I might be whipping out all kinds of cool looking objects. You never know. So if you have done polymer clay or know someone who's done it, if you've got any tips or tricks before I get started, please let me know. As I said, I've been watching a bunch of videos on it just to give me an idea just on molding some of that stuff. On this end, I have my glue dots, and on this end, I'm using Earthquake Putty for this end. I tried using glue dots that are shaped in lines, but it was just too sticky. It wouldn't let go of my drills. And then the pink wax, it was working for a while, but then it was losing its stickiness too soon. So a friend of mine sent me some Earthquake Putty, and I thought, I'm going to try that Earthquake Museum Putty, and that works pretty good in here. I have some blue tack somewhere I'm going to look for. I put it in a safe place. I hid it from myself, in other words. But I enjoy using these bendy tips. They're easier on my hands. I'm not having to hold it straight up. I'm just kind of laying my hand down and relaxing. So I like them. I have tried some of those cheap ones. It's not the same. Not at all. And if you've tried some of the cheaper ones, if you try one of these, you're going to see a big difference. Really big difference. But, I know sometimes we have to save up to get some of the things we want to try. And that's a good thing to kind of condition ourselves that way. I am saving up to get, if I like the polymer clay, I'm saving up to get like a pasta machine to roll it out and flatten it. But I gotta wait and see. I don't want to spend that kind of money until I see if I like it. So we shall see. If you've had horrible time with polymer clay, tell me what you had wrong. I need all the help I can get. So I hope all of you had an enjoyable holiday, and that you were not ill, and that you got to be with family. Family, to me, that's the part I love the most about the holidays. And I hadn't seen my daughter in quite some time, and I was so thrilled to be with her. And I met her new boyfriend, and he is really a nice guy, very polite. And some of you are probably knowing that I have talked about her and her husband, but I hadn't talked about this, but they are now divorced. That was one of the reasons I was having so much trouble last year. It was hard. Um, and I'm not going to really say any more about that. But like I said, this guy we met, this new guy, he seems really nice. He even, my husband is vegetarian, okay? He's not vegan, but vegetarian. So he's more pescatarian, I guess you might say. Anyway, for our Christmas, for the meat, we had tuna steaks. And Cy, that's his name, her boyfriend's name, he fixed the tuna steaks. They were delicious. And Catherine and I fixed different vegetables. We had mashed potatoes, a butternut squash casserole, Brussels sprouts, cabbage with onions, and we had a sweet potato casserole. And of course we had rolls, and it was just so good. I just ate too much, but you know what? I felt healthy after it, so, and my husband, that's the first time he's been able to eat everything that was served at a Christmas dinner in quite some time. Because other places we go, there's always a bunch of, there's meat, there's turkey and ham and other stuff. But the fish was delicious. He got those fish steaks just the day before. He wanted them fresh, and he did a great job cooking them. And Catherine and I, we were just, we were cutting, slicing, and doing all kinds of stuff for our dishes that we were making. But it was fun. What kinds of things do you guys like to do on the holidays? If you just stayed at home, that's what I do a lot of times. We used to get together more when my mama was alive. But it just seems that, when the parents are gone, things just are different. Everybody's got their own families that they do things with. So, and, okay, this is going really quick. Doing good here. Isn't it pretty? This canvas is captured by Radiance. It's my church that's in the woods. Can't remember more. Well, it's in the woods and the mountains, both. If I try to show it to you, my camera is going to blink all over the place because of all of the shiny drills and things. So, when I get this baby finished, I will show it to you. When I was ill, I might have diamond painted one day. Sitting up in my chair to do it just kind of wore me out. So I didn't get to do a whole bunch. But hoping I can catch up a little bit on that. I got a new diamond painting from DAC that I'll show you in a video in a day or two. I got it during the Black Friday sale, and it wasn't on sale because it was a pre-order, but oh my gosh, I love it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. But when you see it, you will know. It seems like it was just about made for me. I feel like it was just made just for me. I love it. And I want to work on that before long. I'm going to finish this. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened over the holidays that might have been crazy, but mostly, when you don't feel good, you don't think about things being funny. I did watch some, I did watch a little bit of TV, but, sometimes when you don't feel good, you don't feel like even concentrating on that. I did, like I said, I have been spending a lot of time looking at polymer clay stuff. So I didn't really have to think about it because I was mostly watching what they were doing. And that was pretty cool. I mean, I am thinking that's really neat. I have crocheted a little bit. I'm working on a twiddle muff. I've talked about them before and shown some in the past. They are tubes that I make crocheting and put different pieces on them to give to nursing homes for dementia and Alzheimer patients so they can twiddle with them. I'll show this one to you when it's finished. I have the outside tube done. Now I need to put my embellishments on it. I have had people say they want me to show them how I make them. It's really not difficult. I guess I could do a video. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it. I don't want to bore people, and I know there's a lot of you out there that don't care a thing about watching it. So it's just going to take a lot of time. But if it would get even just one or two other people to make some of these, that'd be fabulous, because you can knit them, crochet them. You can, if you quilt, you can quilt them. You're just making a tube. That's all you're doing. You're just making a tube, and you're going to put different, whatever you want on the outside for people to twiddle with. Some people put ribbons, and, well, I can show you more when I do finish this other one up, because I haven't quite decided. It takes me a while sometimes to decide exactly what I want to put on mine. So if you have ideas of things for people to twiddle with, let me know. I do. I think I'm going to twiddle a little octopus with his little tentacles hanging down to be something that, could be twiddled with. And I like to put buttons and beads. And normally I sew them on with fishing line, triple braided fishing line, because you want something that won't break and pull off easily. I don't think things would pull off very easily if they're crocheted into it. I also I get what's called fun fur, and you crochet or you can knit with it, and I put that on the outside. And just all kinds of textures and things like that. Let's see, how long have I been yapping? I haven't been paying any attention. I've probably been talking long enough. I don't want to bore you to tears. If you've got anything that you want to tell me, just mention it below. Tell me what you're working on. Like I told you, I'm working on this Captured by Radiance, and I'm enjoying working on this. Let me see if I can kind of show it to you for just a minute before it starts blinking its little head off. Okay, isn't it beautiful? I love this. You can see the shine here. It's beautiful. I love it. It's gorgeous. I'm getting quite a bit of it done. I still have a lot in this area to do. There's 32 colors in this. And I'll put the link to Captured by Radiance down below. They also make diamond painting pens. So stop that. You were doing good until you decided to do that. Okay. All right. Just be stubborn. There. It just can't take that shine. It's like, I'm going to shine in your eyes. I just am going to shine on. Well, anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I need to go get a drink. My sinuses, my allergies, the medication I'm having to take dries me out. So I'm going to let you go for now. I love you guys. You take care. God bless. And stay safe. Love you. Bye.